Alien Rogue Incursion was one of my most anticipated games of 2024. The fact we was getting another Alien game but for the first time actually made for VR was really exciting. One of the best VR experiences I've ever had was playing Alien Isolation. Now, Alien Isolation wasn't a VR game, but you can easily mod the original flat screen game to become a fully working VR game, which I personally believe that is the ultimate way to play that game. And still to this day, Alien Isolation is one of my top VR horror experiences. So when I heard about Alien Rogue Incursion and it was going to be developed by Survios, I was really excited to see what they had in store for us.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
The game opens up to a really strong 2 hours that was truly intense and scary at most times. You start off on a rescue mission and crash landing your ship into a planet called Perdan, accompanied by your synthetic friend Davis-01 or just Davis.
One last thing. Look at the camera. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Ah, my eyes.
You have just one mission, which is to rescue your friend and to ensure no xenomorph makes it off the planet alive, but there are some interesting twists along the way.
Come on, we're on.
No.
Davis.
Get away. This is cool. No way. What? This is sick.
Watching the ship doors open and seeing this vast open outdoor space with a station ahead of you and the snow blowing was really a cool moment. There's something special about having these moments in VR. To see the scale of everything and to feel like you're really there is something you can only get from VR, and I do often just take a moment to take it all in and feel like I'm really there. Walking around and exploring the first moments being on the planet was really exciting, but also tense, as I knew at some point I was about to encounter a xenomorph, but I was a little taken back when the first encounter happened almost right away.
Whoa. Oh shit. Oh, the gun's a bit weird too. Shit, I need to get better aiming. I was hoping there was going to be a bit more of like a suspenseful build up to it. Like to actually see him for the first time, but you're just thrown straight in, I guess. It's like, off to scene 2.
It felt like within the first 5 to 10 minutes of being on Perdan, I was already facing off with 2 xenomorphs, and it just felt very underwhelming. I was really looking forward to the tension building up and the suspense of knowing at some point you will encounter the first alien, but I just didn't think it was going to happen so soon, which really did take the tension away from me. But that didn't actually last that long, as when I finally got into the main gate and inside the bulk of the ship, I quickly realised that the tension was still there as I was swarmed by countless waves of xenomorphs, but this time it was intense. Very intense.
Damn.
Fucking hell, that looks sick. Fucking hell. Get everything. Wait. Oh! Shit. Good hell. Ooh. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh no. No. Jesus. Wait, is there more? Oh, there's more. I can't even see it. What? Oh no!
There were some really good jump scare moments that I was hoping for, and having the xenomorphs crawl from pretty much everywhere and anywhere definitely added a high level of fear, as you just didn't know where they would appear next.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
The xenomorphs in this game are great. The way that they are animated and how quickly they can appear and attack you is done really well. They can run on 2 feet or run on all fours across the ceiling or walls, climbing out from vents and out of different holes in the environment. Sometimes they can just appear out of nowhere, which again is great for that jump scare fix I was looking for.
Oh my! Oh my god! Fucking hell! Whoa! That's fucking well scary. That was well scary.
Now, the weapons you have throughout the game also feel great. I really did enjoy the combat again for the most part. They did feel weighty and had some sway, but I personally like that. It felt great to hold these weapons, although sometimes it can be a little bit janky. But blasting the xenomorphs with an amazing sounding pulse rifle was definitely a highlight of the game. And also the shotgun and revolver felt great too. The shotgun is beefy and great for killing the xenomorphs at close range, but the revolver was also a great addition as well. It saved my life many times, but definitely took me a while to feel comfortable using the revolver at first, as it does take a moment to reload properly, as does the shotgun. The shotgun you have to load 1 bullet at a time, which does make sense, but after hours of playing the game, my left arm was aching so much from having to constantly reach to the side over and over to make sure I was fully loaded for the next round of xenomorphs.
When you are ready to proceed, we should be able to exit the mess hall.
Oh! Jesus Christ. Yep. Do my day job.
But overall, I was really happy with the combat, and it felt great to blow the aliens' faces off and watch the acid melt into the environment. I will say though, I do wish the acid melted through things more, rather than just leaving a mark on the metal. And also for the xenomorphs to not just melt away and disappear, but I'm sure that's not as easily to do in a game than I'd like to think.
Where are you? I'll meet you immediately.
No. I need you working on the ship if we're gonna leave in a hurry.
Very well. Be careful, Zula.
I was gonna say, like, I'm not that into the whole idea of the whole alien disappearing, but the acid does seem to melt, like, the surface a little bit.
Your synthetic friend Davis also adds an additional level of safety in the opening hours, as he will travel through Perdan with you, blasting away any danger that comes in your way. Also, having another character alongside you was something that I really enjoyed whilst it lasted.
Torch connection point on spine.
You want me to cut your head off?
Trust me. Cut spine. Thank you. Saw a synth repair room while looking for you.
Great. I'll get you out of here and into a new body.
The graphics of the game are amazing, and the environments are masterfully created. Servios did a great job at capturing the world and the feel of Alien. I really feel like I was placed in that setting throughout my whole experience with the game, although I would have liked to have seen more of a variety of environments, like the outdoor area where we first crashed the ship, and there was even a moment in the middle of the game where you was having to jump and climb your way across to an outdoor broken part of the station, which I thought was really cool.
Would significantly improve your chances.
Here we go.
Now! Are you okay?
But apart from these two moments, the whole game is set inside the dark, claustrophobic space interiors that we recognise so well from the movies. That's not a negative though, as I do love exploring and walking through these environments, but I would have liked to have seen some more variety. Maybe some zero gravity areas where you have to float your way up to another part of the station, maybe to fix or retrieve something. Imagine Dead Space zero gravity moments but in VR and Alien. That would be really cool.
That just looks so good. Like standing here like this with my gun, and just the environments and how it's just like so white and clinical, and then it's just dark. Yeah, I like this.
Power must have been cut to this wing of the facility.
More sabotage?
Unknown. But proceed with extreme caution.
There are some amazing moments in this game that got me very hyped up. One of the best moments is where you get captured by the xenomorphs and trapped inside the hive. Unable to move, trapped in the hive walls, watching the eggs slowly open and the facehugger's hatch crawling out to then come face to face with one and becoming a host to the alien inside your body was amazing. Then having a xenomorph right after come straight up to your face and screeching was such a good moment that all Alien fans would love to experience.
Like this.
Oh!
What are you waiting for?
Ah, yes, that is cool. Oh, what? Whoa!
You dare leave me like this?
That was sick. Oh! Sick.
There was also another great moment at the end of the game where you're on an operating table whilst these machines are slicing open your stomach to extract the baby alien that's inside of you, to then see a Praetorian appear at the window in front of you, and then to face off of it was again a really special moment in the game.
Keep almost out. Why isn't it screeching? Finalizing extraction. 1 moment, please.
Oh, shit.
Perimeter breach detected.
No.
Surgical procedure terminated.
Stop.
Initiating emergency closure protocols.
Sorry.
Closure complete.
Get me out then.
But apart from these moments, there isn't really anything else that really happened than the usual kill all aliens and move on. The sound design was really good too, from the weapons to the xenomorphs crawling through the vents and on the walls, really did get your heart racing at times.
Oh! What the? Whoa, that was pretty cool. Shit, that wasn't though. Get out the acid, man. Where's the other one?
And the clicking and beeping of your tracker alerting you when and where the aliens are coming from. The overall sound design was really good and definitely helped me shitting my pants throughout most of the experience, although I do have some issues with this that I will get into later in the video.
There we go, knew it. I totally get it though, like, obviously they can hear the sound.
Don't have enough.
Fucking hell! I didn't know they were gonna be in here!
When you are ready to proceed, we should...
The puzzles in this game are pretty basic and only really there for you to unlock doors and storage lockers for ammo, which is fine as sometimes puzzles can be a pain if they are too often and too difficult.
Signal interference no longer detected.
Oh my!
Long-range communications.
Fucking
It's up to
hell.
you now, Amanda.
But me personally, I love puzzles in VR. There's something about figuring out puzzles in VR that feel really satisfying for me, as I feel like I really enjoy the whole feel of doing it with my own hands and using my head to look closer to figure out how to solve it. So I was happy with the puzzles that we got. They aren't too hard and they're not too often. They do sometimes get a little bit more complicated, but never too much that it becomes annoying.
Fucking hell. Oh! No way.
Which brings me to the issues that I have with the game. This game around the halfway mark really started to become annoying and frustrating. The excitement and tension of the xenomorphs quickly got lost after a few hours.
You know, see, I like that. I like that more because I heard it coming. I knew it was around somewhere, but it didn't necessarily come for me straight away. It actually ran off, and I imagine tried to figure out a different route to find me. So that actually made me feel like I liked how that got changed up a little bit. It's not just the same. There's two of them. They're gonna jump at you at any point, exactly how they always do. I kind of liked the whole idea. Well, I really liked it. I wish that they did more of that, where you could like hear it, you know it's somewhere, but it's not necessarily always just gonna sprint out of the first exit to try and get you, or the first vent. Yeah, I hope there's more interactions like that. I want to be more scared.
Every encounter just started to feel exactly the same and very repetitive. And honestly, by the end of the game, I was so bored and sick of the constant loop of xenomorphs coming at me, I actually couldn't wait for the game to end. Right from the beginning, you have your tracker that alerts you with a sound that the aliens are coming, followed with the same vent sound of creaking and rattling. At the beginning of the game, this was scary, but after hours in the game, it became very predictable and boring. At certain points, you just want to get to the next save point or finish the puzzles just so you can proceed through the story. But the xenomorphs are clearly on some time sequence, as no matter what you're doing or where you're at, they will be back to attack within what feels like 2 minutes. And I'm sure as you get further in the game, that time gets lower, so you're just constantly having to defend yourself and stop what you're trying to do. This is perfect in certain moments, which they do have in the game, as there are times when you'll get locked in a room and waves of them in groups of 3 or 4 will come at you non-stop for some time until you've completed some sequence. And that's great and fun.
Are you fucking serious? Again? I mean, sometimes you just want to be able to just get through the thing that you want to get through. Yeah, I would say one of the things that's bothering me, annoying me the most, one of the things, is every time you come to do a door like this, and you try and, like, you know, obviously just get yourself through a door by using the blowtorch thing. I like the sound of that, though. Every time you seem to do that, you know you're guaranteed to have, like, 2 aliens come and get you while you're halfway through it. I just think if they just varied it up and you could get through loads of doors without them coming, but then that one time, you just hear it right behind you. Do you know what I mean? You'd proper shit your pants. I'm, like, expecting everything.
But when it's literally non-stop from start to finish in the game, it becomes very annoying. I really did get fed up at times, as you eventually end up with very low ammo or no ammo if you're not careful. And if you haven't ran all the way back to a save point anytime soon and you die, you'll have to redo all of your recent progress you just made, as there is basically no checkpoints in the game apart from certain scripted moments.
No! I should have moved. I should have gone somewhere else. You are kidding me. Oh, I can't believe it started me back here. I can't believe it. I can't believe that it's just started me all the way back here.
Already have too much.
That's a nightmare. Ah.
The amount of times I had to go back and replay the last 20 minutes or more because I was too busy trying to progress with the story but ended up getting killed was so frustrating. I get what the developers were trying to go for, and eventually you will learn to always go back and save, but sometimes you just don't have the chance as the game isn't particularly easy. 2 hits from any of the aliens and you're dead, and that can happen really quick, which I do like, but like I said, if you suddenly die and haven't saved, then expect to go all the way back and redo everything again. I also encountered many bugs towards the end of the game that actually worried me at one point, as I thought I was going to have to restart the whole game again. There were actually a couple of moments like this. One of the moments was towards the end of the game where you're in a quarantine zone, and if the xenomorphs come and get you, which of course is going to happen as it never stops happening, then the whole area goes into a lockdown sequence where all the doors get locked and red flashing alarms will start to siren constantly, and they'll be going off until you kill all of the aliens. Well, for me, I would kill all the aliens, but the alarm just wouldn't stop. So I was locked in and trapped for ages. I didn't know they were supposed to stop, as this was my first time playing the game, so I would spend about 20 minutes running up and down the same corridors, trying to figure out how to progress, to then only realize it was probably a bug.
I think it's bugged out again, like, it just feels like everything's bugging out. Like, all the alarms are going off because there's enemies, but there isn't actually any enemies. So I'm just stuck in this area. Blockage detected, low power. And I've gone everywhere so many times.
So I would restart the game and play the whole sequence again, which takes about 10 minutes to do, and then have to go through the exact same situation where the alarms wouldn't stop and I'm locked in. So of course I think I'm doing something wrong. I then spend another 10 minutes to then realize again it must be a bug. I repeated this over and over about 3 or 4 times, which took close to about an hour for me to finally give it one more try. I restarted the game again, restarted the whole sequence, and this time the alarms finally stopped. It was so annoying and frustrating, especially as I was already fed up with the game just being so repetitive. Also, there was another moment where I had to turn some valves to stop the gas in another room. I did the puzzle, but for some reason, one of the valves was still showing that I had to interact with it. And on my map and on the objectives, it was still showing up that that was the objective, even though I couldn't do anything else with this valve. So I ran around the whole station for ages trying to figure out how to get back to my ship, but I just kept getting lost because the objective was still showing me it was this valve. This took me so long, and eventually after restarting the game twice, I finally got my next objective on the map.
So now the fucking objective comes up. That's well annoying. I've literally spent an hour running around because the objective didn't show, and now it does.
This problem with the objectives not showing up happened a lot through my experience, so I was left even more frustrated than I already was, and I had no idea where to go next, so I just run around aimlessly for ages hoping to find out where I had to be. And of course, doing that, you are constantly faced with endless xenomorphs every 2 minutes, wasting all your ammo and sometimes dying, so you'd end up having to go all the way back to the last save point, which was ages ago. There were some other small bugs like locker doors closing on their own and not staying open, which made it difficult to reach in and grab the ammo, and some other things, but these bugs didn't really bother me too much.
Oh, it's stupid. I don't know why I'm collecting all this, because I'm going to have to restart the fucking game. Oh, that is so annoying.
Also, the ending of the game felt very underwhelming to me. It just came to an end so quick and left me saying, is that it? I was also hoping to have the synthetics become enemies like in Alien Isolation, but maybe that's going to be saved for the next game.
Oh my fucking god.
Avoid interference.
Clearly, this game needed some more time in the oven, and I do think that maybe Survios decided to split the game into two halves, as this is only part 1, which was weird as they never mentioned any of this in the promo for the game. Maybe they just didn't have it finished in time, so they put this section out and kept the second half for a future release down the line. So all in all, Alien Rogue Incursion is a good game, but not great. I really did enjoy most of my experience with the game. Encountering xenomorphs and facehuggers at certain times was great. The first few hours felt really intense and exciting, and there was definitely tons of jump scares throughout the whole game to keep me happy.
Fucking hell, where are you? Oh!
But ultimately, I was left disappointed and frustrated with the experience, and I couldn't wait for it to end. Survios did a great job at capturing the vibe and tone of Alien, and did a lot of things right, but I do hope that part 2 they vary the environments, definitely vary the encounters with the xenomorphs, as that was the most annoying thing in the game. Make it more exciting and special to come across them, and don't make it so frequent to the point that it's repetitive and becomes boring. And of course, sort out all the bugs and just give us an amazing polished game that leaves us just wanting more.
Oh, there she is, my little baby girl. Oh.
I missed you, baby.
All that remains is to return to
She said the same thing. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No! So I definitely recommend you guys go out and get this game. This is still a really good VR game. I definitely recommend anyone to play this. If you enjoy horror and you're into the Alien franchise, you're still going to enjoy this, and I'm sure some of you absolutely love it. I've seen people out there on YouTube saying it's one of the best VR games, and yeah, sure, it probably is one of the best VR games you can play. It's a good game. It's not bad. It's just not polished, and it's just too repetitive. It gets boring. It becomes so samey that eventually you might find yourself in the same place as me, where I just wanted it to end. So for me, I give this game a 7 out of 10.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ.
But that's it for my review, guys. I'd love to know what you guys think to this. Let me know down in the comments if you've played the game, what you think to the game. Would you like to play this game? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know if you've enjoyed this video, because I wanted to try something different with my reviews and not be on camera. I want to just capture some gameplay footage, make it a bit of fun, and do a voiceover for it. So it's a new way of me doing them, so it's new to me, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Anyway, that's it, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed this, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all on the next one.